No, guys, I refuse. I'm not the SCP guy. For real. Hey, everybody. I am being the SCP guy today. I hope you guys will enjoy. Hey, everybody. Everyone's here early. Glad to see you all. Hey, Sora and Squang, good day. And Viv and Blaz, everybody. Hey, Fox. Yes, we are doing an SCP. Hey Hayachi, hi. I don't know how you pronounce that, so I hope it was right. Teach me a word in Spanish. Okay, what can I teach you in Spanish? Like, I guess I'll start with secure, which would be asegurar. Next one redeemed, I guess I'll do the next parts of SCP. So, I guess asegurar would be the good word. I don't know. Anyway, yes, let me explain a bit. Okay, hold on. Let's put Photoshop up there. Okay, so this is a commission for Dune or J Dune, which good day another to port in Spanish. So contain is contener. Asegurar, contener. We'll know the next one soon, I bet. So this commission is for an SCP writer who's pretty well known, friend of Rounders. He goes by Dune, and so the idea is a sort of dreamlike animal or creature they saw, and I got a description here, and just gonna go with that. But by the way, let me just tell Dune that I'm live. So maybe they'll pop in here. Okay. Okay, so let me tell you a bit of the description of this creature. I'm just reading straight from the prompt, right? So Liz in the dream is driving through a back road surrounded by trees at night before encountering a horrifying moose-like creature. Its fur was black, eyes a deep yellow. The legs were incredibly skinny and gave the creature some major height, a lot taller than a regular moose. Its neck was just slightly longer than a regular moose, but its most significant feature were its antlers. They were absolutely huge, stretching to the treetops and beyond, twisting and turning, with more segments of antlers growing out of them. So that's the fun part that we're going to try to figure out, the whole antlers situation. Do we have a third word in Spanish? Okay. So, asegurar, contener, and protect is proteger. So, I guess it would be ACP in Spanish, which doesn't sound as nice. Fractal, I guess sort of fractal. Slightly fractal, in a way. What is the number? I mean, it's still been written, so we don't know. I guess it'll depend on when it gets uploaded. I don't know if they get any choice. I'm not really sure how the whole SCP writing process goes. So, we have 3 pictures here. Let me zoom in a bit. These are just... so I've asked Dune for the whole uncompressed versions, because these ones have some Twitter compression. So, but they should be good enough to work from for now. And we can just switch them out at the end if needed. So, we got this picture, and this picture. I still don't know which one I will use. They're all provided by Dune, by the way. We took them, so, you know, really close to the prompt, because we're going from, like, Dune's mental image of this directly, which is nice. ACP Fundación. First come, first serve. Okay, I guess it's gotta be within the 6,000 range, I guess. By the way, thanks for the follow, Geodude. Anyway, first thing we need to do is find a moose, which shouldn't be too hard. We've done mooses before. Mees? No, that's just goose. So let's just jump into the browser, and I'm thinking I'm gonna start looking through Unsplash. They usually have the highest quality stuff, so let's just look for moose, just a regular moose within the 6Ks. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Can raise stay for the stream. Oh, thank you, Geodude. Hope you come by another time. Okay, so I'm sort of looking for a full body picture, or at least like most of the body. I don't mind if a little bit is covered by plants or something. We can work from that. You know, this could serve as a base for the body. We need to make the legs longer, as with the description. The neck slightly longer as well, which is no real big deal. So I'm thinking we could probably use one picture for the body, one picture for the head, and of course one or a few pictures from for the antlers. We have a good thing here, and we're working with a flash picture taken at night. So really all the antlers that go up into the treetops are pretty much going to be darkened. They're going to be very just basically silhouettes. So we can just take one picture, use it as a, I guess, it's texture of sorts, and just go ham, and we'll probably be good. So I'm not super worried about the antlers themselves. For now, I guess the most pressing thing is finding a body that'll work. Like, this is good. It's a little bit cut off. Not the best, maybe. Also, is this edited? I mean, it's obviously edited, but... Is the moose cut out? It might be. This seems wrong. Or at least edited in a weird way. Makes a strange line. It's me related, but I got my first SCP posted yesterday. Oh, so glad to hear that. They're done with the co-author, so that was fun. Hell yeah! I'm really glad to hear that. Give us a link on the Discord. I'll have to give it a read. El Diego. maybe from Asturias. Anyway, welcome. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, stupid deer. I've seen moose IRL, and they're terrifyingly big. Terrifyingly big. Oh, especially if you're a deer. Leon. Close enough. We're neighbors. Two trucks. Thank you for that follow. We're looking through pictures of mooses. Mooses. I'm just gonna say mooses. I don't know if that's the right plural version. Look at this. Look at this dude. Look at this illustration. I love it. Doesn't make a lot of sense in this site, but I'll take it. Okay, so we got a ton. The problem is... I think the biggest problem is most of these pictures have the feet cut off by just like, snow or plants or whatever. Horse and then put it on stilts. They crave blood. I love that. Okay, we're getting away from our... We're getting to Christmas ornaments for some reason, so... I think we've scrolled through most of them. Okay, I still like this one the most. At least for the body. The face is not great, but The body should work. Look at this dude. Love him. So... I mean, we could go with so many different ones for the face. For now, I'm mostly concerned about the body to just kind of set a base. Oh, Moose is plural. Okay, that just makes things easier. Okay, I'm gonna download this. And let's just put it on there. Do you know the orca is one of the main predators of the moose? Really? Interesting. I guess because they don't have a lot of predators, so... In percentage, even though it's not many, let's make a fairly large percentage. That's interesting. Okay. So, again, also concerned about the body here. We have like pretty much everything in this picture, so that's pretty neat. We'll have to remove some small plants and other grass, but it shouldn't even be visible at that distance, so we'll be good. I'll just pick the whole thing in case we need any part of the face or whatever. Don't care about the antlers so much, since we're going to be doing those from scratch. And by the way, I'm using Photoshop's AI tool, which kind of finds the edge for you. It's a bit wonky, but it does save a lot of time. At least on like the first approach type of selection. And you can just go in and modify it. They're extremely aggressive on principle. Love them. And just silly little horses. And extremely large, silly little horses. Which is always a plus. And hell yeah, they're aggressive. Good for them. If I was any type of animal, I would say fuck humans as well. And just chase them. Especially if I was like a huge guy like this one. Verothis? I don't know how that's pronounced, but thank you for that thought. So this is always the first step. We do a little selection, and we find pictures, we chill, we chat. That's the easy part, so it's always chill to do. So I'm just following the selection that pre-selection Photoshop made, and I'm just kind of refining it. I don't know if we'll need this level of precision, but I overdo it sometimes. Can be a bit of a perfectionist in some areas. I don't know, I like a clean selection. It just saves a lot of trouble down the way. Oh, should I have this little weird goatee thing? I'll just select that manually. They have no right being taller than you. Well, yeah, they do have the rights. They have the right and they should use it. You convert him by 1. You're always advised to climb a tree. It's probably a good idea. I wish I could climb trees. I would probably try to spook them by telling them scary stories. That's the only good thing I'm decent at. Okay, so yeah, I like this. Obviously we're playing with a like paranormal type moose, so we don't care about the realistic size. I mean, I know they're pretty huge, but we can just go big. That's more fun. Also, we need to make the legs taller. So I'm concerned with two things here. We can make it big, but it's still gotta fit into the picture. I'm thinking we might actually have a little bit of leeway there. Yeah, okay. So, hold on. Yeah. There we go. We had a little bit of picture above and below. So, we can use that. We can use the full height of the picture. We could also just add height if needed. And as for the picture, by the way, I got three. I got this one, which seems like the same place, but this tree's been clearer. And this one. I think I like this one the best. We got the light like, kind of centered on the frame. We don't have the background being so clear, so we can kind of give it some pop against the background, which is always nice. Obviously, this is going to be a flash photo, so we're going to do the full-on shiny eyes, which are fantastic. Always great for a creature. I was going to say, I'm not sure that's unreasonably large for a moose. If you're ever hunting and a moose charges you, don't waste your time shooting at its head. Its skull and antlers are so fixed. Oh, that's reassuring. Well, I don't have weapons anyway, so I don't know if this information will do me any well, but who knows. So we're using this little tool here to refine the edge around the hairs. This, I don't care much about the face, to be honest, because we're probably gonna just excise it and just get a new one. Get a new face from the face store. There's not a lot of like long hair to select here. They're just kind of making fuzzy edges that I don't love. So yeah, that's fine. Also gonna shift the edge inside and feather it a bit. Okay, that's pretty good. You see a deer on the road, it's better to hit the deer. You see a moose, it's better to run off into the ditch. That's crazy. Despite the fact that we live nowhere near moose. I love that, honestly. The moose will break you. Honestly, I don't think we need to add much to a moose to make it into a horror creature, from what I'm hearing today. So we'll try our best. We'll see how we do. First thing I want to do is... Hold on. Make the black here as dark as the background, pretty much. I'm kind of wondering how dark the background is. I'm gonna do a quick little check here. I'm just putting black and white to remove all the color information and seeing that this is 1% black. So we're pretty much there. Okay. We just gotta do this. Maybe push it slightly to the left of that. Get at 1%. And now we have those edges, which I don't love. What is in real life the closest equivalent to a horror creature, I think? Because I'm thinking like maybe a moose is pretty scary. Any kind of predator, but what's the closest to an actual like monster? Deep sea, yeah. It's a good choice. Jellyfish? Jellyfish are pretty creepy and weird. I guess maybe those huge ones. Let's probably have enough venom in them to fuck you up too. Anything in Australia. I'm just manually cutting into this edge, by the way, just so we get a nice transition between the edge and the background. Cutting off some straggler pieces of background. Orb weaver spiders? I mean, except for the fact that they're very small. If you size them up, I guess any kind of spider, if sized up, could be very scary. Except for jumping spiders, which are just cute as hell. I have a jumping spider living in this room. I mean, we're probably not going to see it, it's very shy, but yeah, we have a nice agreement where I let them eat all the bugs. They're like a nice roommate. Hagfish, I like that. They're friends. Jumping spiders are friends. Okay, I think this could be a nice base for the body here. Wherever we use it, we could even use it on other pictures. Would work just as well, I think. Oh, I kind of like about this picture that we have more sky here. Right, so we could have like the antlers just cover a bit more space. The thing I don't like is the background, which is too light and will kind of mess with our perception of the moose. They're not creepy, they're the coolest spider, or weavers. They are very cool, but they're not the coolest. Again, the coolest are jumping spiders. They're the smartest spiders as well. So, that's a point in my book. Okay, what are we gonna do next? We need to make the legs longer. And I'm wondering, whoa! Quinn! Dapper! Hello. Thank you for the gifted sub. Viv, enjoy that. Dapper is the sugar daddy of the stream. I keep telling him to stop, but he doesn't. What's poppin'? Well, we're making a moose creature. Moose type creature. Oh, literally never stop. Oh my god. There's no convincing him. It's just not possible. Okay, we're gonna make the legs longer. So, since we have this selection made, and I don't want to mess up with it, like mess it up too much, I'm gonna make a copy. I'm just gonna apply that layer mask, and then to make them longer, I have a couple options. We can either separate the legs, make them longer individually, or maybe we can do puppet warp and just kind of push and pull, which can have disastrous results, but could be fun as well. If you don't know what puppet warp does, it basically does this. You can just make it dance if you wanna. It's pretty fun. Puppet warping is is the best. Anyway. Come on, get out you. There we go. The idea is to make the feet longer, legs longer. So I'm just gonna pull, more or less, try to pull the same amount from each leg. So it still fit the 3D space. Some of them have spikes. Okay, let me see the spikes. I need to see that. Oh, those are nice. I like the spikes. Playing too much Pokemon because I really read that as shiny. Shiny Orb Weaver. Like shiny Pokemon in real life. That's pretty nice. Okay. Trying to make these legs longer. Trying to keep it more or less proportioned. Oh, I changed the tab here. Let me pull up the description. Okay. It's been too long since I turned into one of these. I don't remember you having a beard. Did I stream before having a beard? I don't think so. No, I've had a beard for years. More than I've streamed. So, that is just your memory, I think. If you had any Pokemon in real life, what would you have? Oh god. Like either a very cute one or one of the dope ones that are kind of like control time, which is obviously like easy pick, but one of the more regular ones. Let me think. Oh, you know what I'd like to have? An Aegislash or Aegislash, I don't know how it's pronounced. You know, just a literal sword that can just move on its own. It's like having a bodyguard, but it's just a cursed sword. Like, honestly. I mean, yeah, if you give me any choice, I'll pick the OP ones, Sora. That's why you gotta limit them. Maybe the real beard is the friends we make along the way. If you shave, I will glue the beard back. I don't have any plans on shaving. I like my beard. So don't you worry. Magic sword. I mean, like, who wouldn't pick a magic sword? It would just protect you. And it's also like a very cool Pokemon. I used it a lot in I didn't really get into competitive stuff, but I play with my friends and we try to make like competitive type teams, and one of my Aegislash was brutal. If you use it with a bit of strategy, it's amazing. Just got there, and that is a tall moose. Exactly, that's what we're making. It's gonna be a tall moose. Let me give you some more of the description. This is for a commission, by the way, for an SCP. Black fur, deep yellow eyes, really skinny legs, and tall, which is what we're making so far. Slightly longer neck as well, which we're gonna work on when we add the face. But the most significant thing is the antlers, which is just gonna be huge and just spreading all over the treetops, like enormous, like sprawling antlers. Sizable ungulate. Big boy, TM. SCP derogatory. Exactly. You get what I mean. No hate on SCP, by the way. I just joke around a lot. By the way, let me save this picture before I close it. Okay, so we use that one for the body. Let's use maybe... I don't mind the antlers, like the lack of antlers in this case for the face. I just want maybe one that's kind of pointing its head at you. Because, you know, creepy vibes. The SCP community is either awesome or absolutely horrid. There's no in between. True, I've seen some pretty big drama coming out of it lately. I haven't been following it too much, but you know, community drama. You love to see it. Okay, I like this. I guess Unsplash sees it as a donkey, which is fantastic. Mean full hate to the SCP. There's always SCP drama. There's always like some moderator doing some bullshit, or I don't know. It's like hobby drama. Every type of hobby or community, especially on the internet, because it's more visible, I guess, will have some very specific drama and some bad people. You know, just par for the course. Okay, I like this. We don't see a lot of it, but honestly, it's gonna be a very dark picture anyway. So let's go with it, I think. Okay, is it downloading though? Didn't... Oh yeah, it did download. It just didn't give me the little pop-up. Just all of these small SCP fans, so I have no issue at all with the fan base. Me neither with the fan base. I guess there's one part of it which is a bit annoying to me, like in my personal experience. And I'd say it's mostly just kids, so like, I mean no bad thing to any of them. But it's mostly probably just kids that watch a lot of SCP YouTube videos, and their reaction whenever they see any horror on the internet is just assume it's SCP. So I get a lot of those comments, as you guys know, as the people who know me better. You guys know I get a lot of those. And I just have a laugh to be honest. So, not a big deal. Since I know the one of the people that runs the SCP Twitter account, I have on occasion gotten them to answer to these people and just tell them, nope, not an SCP, move on. Which is always fun. Okay, so I got like a bit too much into the like neck and body, but that's on purpose so I can sort of blend between them if needed. Small vocally horrible fans and tend to ruin it for the others. Yeah, I guess so. That's just internet community stuff. Me eating cheese, shredded cheese at 3 AM. Yeah. Oh, that's just something like a common name. That's just Mark. Like, it's not a bad joke. It's all right, but everybody makes the same one. At some point, it's just like, I don't have the energy to respond. Or there'll be some like more specific things with like specific pieces of mine, which get everybody commenting the one same thing, and it's fun the first time, and then it's like, yeah, I guess I don't feel like this is derivative, but if everybody keeps comparing it to this other piece of fiction, it's like, okay, you can stop now. With the whole werewolf thing, a lot of people have been commenting Powerwolf, which is a very good metal band, and the whole gimmick is werewolves and Christianity. So of course there's like a connection to be made there, and I love the band personally. So that's not like a bad connection or anything that would bother me. But when you get like, yeah, 20 comments all talking about Powerwolf. It's like, yeah, okay. It's my own thing, you know? I don't want to seem whiny, by the way. This is just... It doesn't bother me too much. That's just dead, yeah, exactly. Attack helicopter type beat. I mean, not as bad. Attack helicopter is literally like transphobic, so this doesn't get into hating any any group of people, thankfully. I don't think we're clowning on how is it said. Hold on. I'm not gonna say it again if I'm saying it wrong. Hold on, we're gonna pull up Google and solve this issue. Okay. Pronunciation. Okay, let's see Google.
Werewolf.
Werewolf. I'm saying it right.
Werewolf.
Werewolf. Yeah. Come on. Your accent makes it sound funny. I thought I was saying it wrong. Just my accent. Okay. Shame on you, laughing at my accent. This needs to be 1, just like a tiny touch. And this, I think, could stand to be slightly darker. Not super dark, but... I guess it would fit better with the rest of the head. Just a little bit of blending. Sounded right to me, but I'm Scottish, so everything they said sounds funny. I love the Scottish accent. Probably the best one in my opinion, and like within English. Werewolf? No, I didn't say werewolf. I mean, I might have said it. Who knows? Sometimes like just words just come out. We just roll with it. Okay, what are we gonna do with the color here? Need to tweak the saturation a little. It's not a big deal because I'm probably gonna revamp the whole color later. And of course we're gonna do shiny eyes. That's very important. Big shiny eyes. They're gonna be yellow as well, so that's a nice little touch. But that, I think that covers everything except for the antlers. Oh, I guess we need to make the neck seem longer. Just a little bit. This one's more of a... I guess we need to remove the hump there then. I guess that would be called the hump, I don't know. See, now I'm second guessing on my English. I think this is squabbling me. Shake my head. I'm kidding, by the way. You're fine, Squaw. Fake it till you make it. The true way to speak English. I mean, honestly, yeah. It's what everybody's doing. Nobody knows how to speak English. Like, nobody came in and said the rules. So you can just say whatever. And it's technically English if you want it to be. Think about it. There are no rules. No gods, no masters. It's going for slightly longer neck there, which I guess could work. It kind of removes a little bit of the moose's shape, makes it slightly less recognizable. Which again, it's just a creature, so fair enough. English is 3 languages and a trench coat. I love that. Ahora hacer stream en español. Yeah, honestly. I'm just gonna ditch all these people and start swimming in Spanish. We made a Spanish channel on the... Well, it's not a channel, it's a thread, like one of those new things from Discord, in the Discord server, and it was fun. The clearly best channel in that Discord. Yeah, exactly, Alana. English is just a big trench coat. Trying to figure out the shape of the neck here, since we made it long. I don't want to make it seem like too much of a straight line. That feels fake somehow. I'm just giving it a bit of a curve or something. I don't know. Hell yeah. Sorry, Spanish gang. Okay, now time for the antlers. Take another last look at these moose, because we are going into the browser. And did I save this? I did. I can call you rude things in Yiddish. Please do. I'd love to hear that. Okay, let's look specifically for antlers. Do moose antlers have any specific name? Because this is gonna give us more like deer antlers, which is fine. We can work with those partly at least. And just add these to make like spikes and make it look a bit more menacing. But I would like that flat part of the moose's antler. So like this plate-like thing, and I'm looking for one that's seen from the front, because obviously we're looking at this guy pretty much from the front. So oh, these are very creepy. The skull and the American flag for no reason. They're not taken from the front though, so. Nice inspiration, but not too usable. Scottish has fun ones. Tumji or Tumji? Thunder. I love that. Look at this dork. What a dork. So we're not getting too many moose antlers. I guess this ones could partly work with a plate-like part, but they're not enough. Okay, let's try another stock site. Let's try Pixabay. Oh, Queen, you're flatterer. I won't have that. Unless Menst is something terrible. In that case, thank you. One fun thing Val taught me is that yo es parlare de mis cojones al viento. That's so good. So that literally means in Spanish, by the law of my balls to the wind. And it would mean something like, yeah, because I said so. Yo! Crumpet Love! Thank you for that raid! Welcome everybody. So I guess I'll pull this out for a minute. We are making a creepy moose creature, which is stalking this road. And we're trying to find pictures to add to it. Paper Gauntlet, thank you for the follow. And Ex Benedicts. And Crumpet. Thank you everybody. Buddy friend Champal. Hey, hope your stream was good, Crumpet. Hope you're having a good night. Or day, or whatever it is for you. Anyway, we do Photoshop on here. I do a lot of Photoshop. I mix pictures together and mostly focus on horror. So I try to make creatures and that kind of thing. And this one is gonna be for an SCP, which you might know as a creepy internet wiki where all creatures are classified. And yeah, I'm just making an image for one of these stories. Hell yeah, you guys like horror? Then hope you enjoyed this. SCP is wonderful. It is very fun. And I did a lot of... So I guess I'll give you a little bit of context for SCP and me. You know, I have this Discord, right? Which is partly a stream Discord, but it's mostly just a community for horror artists and enjoyers. And we got a lot of SCP writers on there. And eventually there was this big contest on the SCP wiki for the SCP-6000 entry. So a bunch of them actually commissioned me to do pictures for the SCP entry. And this is the one who won. I mean, this is the picture that was in the article who won. So this is SCP-6000. And this is the one I made for the second place article, which ended up being 6666, I think, which there's a demon, so good number they picked. Late for stream and raid. You're never late. You're right on time. So yeah, I've done a few SCP images, and we're making another one. Since I guess I liked it, so that's another author that's asking me for one. Post-boredom Killer. Thank you for that follow. Hello, welcome. So yeah, this is for another author called Dune, and is based on a dream. It's like a sort of dream creature that's getting imagined into the SCP world. So far, what we've done is we've taken this moose here. We've removed all the background and the face. We made the legs longer. And we added a face from a different one, just so we have something that's looking at the camera. And now we're looking into antlers, because according to the description of this creature that we're basing this on, the antlers are kind of long and winding and are so large that they go over the treetops. So they'll be so large that they'll go out of the frame here and kind of like cover a bunch of this area. Can't believe you just glossed over my Primo Yiddish insult. Oh, hold on. Olgeveld, what a bunch of mesh Hugene Troners. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm just saying things. So I obviously completely destroyed that language, and I'm very sorry for it. I am right now drafting a Twitter apology. Anyway, so we were looking for antlers. That's the main thing here. So we were in the browser here, and we were looking at some free stock sites, and just looking through a bunch of different moose and deer pictures. Just trying to get some good antlers. So great picture. I love some of these pictures. They're just weird as hell, but sometimes you get some gold in these sites. Oh, like this. Oh, which one is it? One of these. There we go. This one. This one could be a good texture, actually, so... yeah, I guess this could be a nice base. We'll just multiply it by 2, mirror it, and then just kind of go from there. This one is good as well, so we can combine those 2 for the base, perhaps. I don't know. We'll see. So I'm right now going through them. I guess you can't see it because it's part of the... it's not part of the screen capture, but I'm going through and downloading these. And this one is the same picture, actually. It seems like. Yeah, it is. So somebody already cut this one for us, which... thank you. Really kind of you. And these ones are not moose, but... they'll work. We'll kind of mix a few species, I think. Hey, Henji, making a monster. Yes, we are. We're making a moose type monster. So we're basically working on the antlers right now because we've done the base of the rest of the moose. So right now our main objective is to try to create huge antlers that go up into the trees and like cover basically the whole upper part of the frame. So we're gonna have to try to imagine that, and you know, it's probably gonna be the hardest part of this whole thing, but the most interesting one as well. So I'm just removing this. Okay, I need to make this smaller. Artistically frustrated right now. I'm sorry. Usually I find that when I'm in that mindset, I think the best idea is to probably step away from it all for a minute and kind of recharge your creative batteries. So switch from creating to consuming art. It's usually a good tip. Oh, thank you for the reminder, Dapper. Because I haven't saved this one once, and I'm terrible at saving. As you guys know, well, some of you guys know, I lost all my work of like an hour or something, because my computer crashed out of the blue the other day, and I didn't save, so you could see my pain live. It was fun. So this one's gonna be called, I guess I could just call it SCP and Dune for the one who commissioned it. There we go. You may want to look branching root structures and get some inspiration for that kind of formation. Branching root structures. Let me look that up. Oh, that's a good. There's some very nice diagrams there. I'll keep it here in the second screen for inspo. By the way, I hope you guys have been enjoying my last series, which I've been working on with David Romero, which it's been so much fun to work on, and I'm really enjoying the results. Hope you guys have been as well. It's a werewolf series. furry art for Val's computer. It literally did. It's no exaggeration. Furry art literally cursed me. And then I kept making it. So I'm probably cursed at this point. Several times over. Spindly root tendril like creatures. Nice. Oh, thanks for the follow, Alana. Loving the Werewolf series. Thank you. I've been really vibing with it as well. I just like making lore for it and writing all the tweets. By the way, all the tweets, both of David's and I wrote. I mean, we did the whole brainstorming and lore together. But I wrote the tweets. I like trying to condense all that information into very short paragraphs. It's a fun writing exercise to try to tell a whole story just with just such a limited space and characters. Plagued by furry art and SCPs, truly. Truly my curses. I realized why I was having art troubles. Why is that? Forgetting to let yourself use references. Oh god. That sounds painful. Use references, please, for everything. Every professional does it. It is not cheating, it's literally the efficient way to do things. That'll do it. Exactly. So I'm just perfecting this selection a little. I don't think it'll matter because it's going to be very small. So all these little details here are not too important, I think. Since it's going to be like this, you know? Okay, here's a question. Should I make the antlers symmetrical or asymmetrical? Like, should they be sort of chaotic, where they go everywhere, or should they have some sort of symmetry to them so that they stay a little bit, I guess, more readable? Asymmetrical? Okay. Okay. Let's go with it then. So I'm just gonna start adding antlers and just different parts. We'll see how it goes. First thing I want to do though is this is maybe not the best because it's so overblown. It's not like super usable, but I'll try to give it some use. Maybe fill up some of this super wide area with some other darker textures, just for consistency. Also, this one gonna get a little bit desaturated, lose some of that strong color it had. I heard of All Tomorrows. I have seen some of the designs, but I haven't like fully checked it out. I should though. How do you pronounce your name? Mine? Eduardo. It's the Spanish version of Edward. You can literally just say Edward or Ed or whatever. I have a habit of translating my name because I have a family that's half French, half Spanish. So I go by both Eduardo and Edouard. So to me, I don't mind like people translating my name into other languages, if that makes sense. It's like natural, I don't know. And a lot of people have trouble trying to pronounce Eduardo in English. Well, like, I get it. It's not a very typical sound English does. Just call you funny Spanish. I mean, the funny I don't think is warranted, but thank you anyway. Okay, so how about that? We kind of combine bits and pieces from different antlers until we get something. Okay, I want to use these ones. They're very cool. I'm sorry for you, dear. You're gonna lose your antlers once again. So I guess what we're doing now is... oh, I was on the wrong layer. Dummy me. So in this stream we do a lot of digital things. So when we cut a lot of hair, so we do digital hairdressing. We cut a lot of trees, which I guess just being a digital lumberjack. And in this case, we are removing the prized antlers from wildlife. So we are doing digital poaching, and I hope I don't get arrested for it. Tend to overpronounce the W. I mean the W sound. Eduardo. Yeah, that's very typical. And the instead of O, the sound O at the end, like Eduardo. I guess it's not very easy to pronounce in English, so people do Eduardo, like O. And I found that funny. It's like, why do you need to add a whole sound on there? It's simpler to just not do it. I'm kidding, by the way. I know it's not something people can control. I love accents, so you'll never see me complain. Distracted and Summoned Back by Hollow Knight music. I mean, it's a very good soundtrack. I'm glad we can just play it on Twitch. Also, it is on brand for my content. Even though I'm very slow at making my bug series, it's still my main thing, I swear. I swear that series will be finished someday. Trust me. That and the Fractal series. I swear I'm coming to them. Honestly, the Fractal series is I've been itching to make that next part of the Fractal series for a long time. And I hope I can get to it after this edit. That would be the ideal. I don't know how long this one will take though. So we may not have time for this stream, but maybe to begin it or something. Ah, we'll see. Sound very pretty when you speak Spanish. Thank you. Spanish is a nice language. I'm wondering if I should work on each antler separately, so I don't do too much of that symmetry, since we're trying to go for asymmetrical. I guess I'll just pick and choose different parts, like this. Nope, that's the other way around. There we go. I'll just call you Val. Yeah, most people do that on the internet. I mean, it's literally like the beginning of my surname, so that's where the where the username comes from. It's not an easy one to, a hard one to figure out, to be honest. I love this new series. Oh, thank you. And thank you for the follow, by the way. I don't know if I said it.
Please direct your attention to the...
Yeah, I'd say my main things are those two series. They're different in many ways, but... Like, the fractal thing was literally just impromptu. I didn't never plan for it. I just did one and then went with it and continued the story. And it kind of grew organically from there. Also, yeah, Kenji, I'm glad your creative energy is back. Glad to see that. Yurko Rex, thank you for that follow. Nemo's lagging. I hope it's just you. Well, not for you, but for everybody. It seems stable on my end, so I hope it's stable for folks. A little. Well, damn. I hope it's decent for most folks, then. By the way, shout outs to Mello, who's we're listening to right now, who's dropping an album soon. That's a sweet guy.
Crank up the volume and wake up the neighbors. Are you hearing this or what? Is your heart pounding with the beat? Am I getting through to you?
I'm not loving the colors here.
I'm counting on y'all.
Because I guess these antlers are very dark, and we're trying to make them bright, so I guess it's a weird combination in colors there. I think I'll try for different antlers. Try to go for brighter ones. Just so we have some it's still stable in that way. Let's get ourselves more antlers. How about that? These ones I don't love. This one we already used. Okay. Let's see if there's more good ones here. I guess there's fake painted antlers. Okay, I think I'm looking for antlers, like moose antlers here specifically. Don't look for any kind of antler at this point. And I'm looking for ones that are not too dark. Like, this is fine. It's a bit dark, but it's fine. It's usable. This one, for example, it's not as much. This one is like, I guess, yeah, I guess this could be used. It has some nice shapes to it too. It's more moose-like, even though that's not a moose. Oh, look, a pre-cut thing. Making it easy for us. What a derpy face. Oh, I guess not a very good cut, but it should do for our purposes. Okay, let's try those two we just downloaded. We'll do it bit by bit like this. I could get like 1 million antlers from the internet and then just go through them, but I think it's more entertaining if I just go bit by bit. Okay, let's get just this part of it. We'll do a copy. Entertaining. Squaw. I will allow it, but you are on tightrope right now. I like that. It kind of goes against the whole curve of it, so makes for a nice shape, I'd say. Like, again, it's not the best cut or anything, but at this point, in this darkness of the we'll have in the image, I think it'll be completely fine. Hey, welcome back, Dapper. I'm glad to have you for some more time today. Usually come and go. Leave a gift sub and then disappear in the chaos. Like some sort of mischievous spirits. Which I appreciate. It's a good vibe to keep. Looks like it was just a computer. I'm glad. Alana, you guys. I'm allowing this, but just because I'm very nice. I shouldn't be. Okay, so we're kind of chaining bigger chunks of antler, if that makes sense. Which is not the vibe I had in my head, but sometimes you just find something that works and go with it. Well, my role is Candy Sugar Daddy Spirit. I love that. Squaw. Please spare us. You guys have so many puns. They cannot be stopped. They have taken the stream. All we can do is run. Oh no. Dapper's getting into it. We're losing the people. We're losing folks to puns. It's so sad to see. It is too late for them. Don't look back, guys. Okay, how are we feeling about this type of branching antler? It's kind of chaotic. I like it. I like that because initially my I guess I'll sketch the idea I had in my head. I guess the idea of antlers I had in my head were less like a moose, less like plates, and then some spikes that come out of it, and more like a deer with just some branching spikes. And the idea I had in my head were just single branching spikes like this going into each and every direction. But this is fun too. This has a more chaotic vibe to it. Please someone stop the pun squad in chat. They're becoming too powerful at this point. I don't know if we can do anything. It is very sad. Okay. Look at this guy, by the way. What kind of deer is that? You guys have so many. I'm terrible at puns, so I'm honestly at this point I'm just kind of impressed at how many puns you have. But no, I will never tell you to buck off. Okay, we'll do the same thing, which is desaturate a bunch, and I guess we'll have to re-add some color at some point. These are too gray, what I'm doing. It's fine. Hello, Counters Rumi. You're doing well. Hope you like our body horror moves. Ooh, this is nice, isn't it? That really doesn't knows it. I promise I'll stop. You're fine, you're fine. Yeah, I guess that could work. Let's try a different bit of this one, like this part, perhaps. So one of the things I was thinking about was, I guess we should have them clip each other, like in front of the camera at some point. Because it would be weird if they were like purely two-dimensional. So delete vector mask, delete layer mask, like this. Like if they were purely two-dimensional, it would be kind of weird. So maybe they should, at some point, have one go over the other. That makes sense. Ruby almost strangled me for the puns. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Carter's Rumi. I have an ally here. This is cool. I'm just kind of moving it around and seeing nice places where we could put it. There's no rhyme and reason here, I'm just kind of testing things out. Maybe this is the one that clips on top. Like it comes out of here and goes over the top of this whole plate thingy. It's weird because it's like very flat on one side, so it's Cowrie brewing this. Oh god. They're losing steam, guys. pun people will eventually stop. I'm sure. Yeah, I guess we can put this one here. We can repeat it. Yeah, we'll probably be repeating a bunch of these. No shame in copy-pasting, if you do it well. The only bad thing about copy-pasting is when people notice you do it. As long as they don't see it, you are fine. It's a crime with no witnesses. I don't know, I was saying they would stop, they were running out of steam, and then Dapper just gives us so many in a row. Okay. Have a good errand run. Hope I'll see you later. I think my camera has been just pointing at the wall for the whole time. I want to do something with this one because it bothers me. So I'm just gonna do Control Shift P, which is my self-made. Oh, hold on. There we go. Which is a shortcut I made for Puppet Warp because I use it a lot. So I figured it would need a shortcut. And this is one of the things we're gonna play around with a lot. Because we are, as I said, we're going to be copy-pasting a lot of these. So using Puppet Warp and just messing with them every time I copy-paste them will really help us kind of hide that, hopefully. So like I just created this, and now I can create a separate one of the same thing, delete that Puppet Warp, and just place it somewhere else. Something in here, perhaps? Bonjour. Hope you're doing well. Okay, I kind of like this. I maybe want to do Puppet Warp. Hold on. Go, just removing layer mask so we don't get any troubles. Okay, just giving it some bit more interesting shape. So that's the thing, like this and this is the same, but since we move them around in different ways, hopefully they don't look too copy-pasted. I hope so, at least. Like, you guys know, but to the average viewer, they'll hopefully be unnoticeable. Hopefully. So we're just gonna be copying a bunch of these wherever we can. So I like this area. really like this part of the antler. I'm just gonna pick this. I'm gonna make it into its own smart objects, and we'll see where we put it. I'll also flip it. Yes, then I'm gonna do a lot of copy pasting to the other side. But I'm trying to fill one of them. Because I still want to see if this idea works, if this whole antler situation is sustainable in any way. So, if it works, and we go for the same thing on the other side, I'll be basically just taking the pieces and copy pasting them in a different order. I can also literally just take this one and copy it again, because here it's been so modified. I don't think the copy pasting matters that much. Working smart, not hard. I like the way you think. I may also just take the little spikes that come out, because I like those. For some reason it's getting this huge box when the layer is this small. But I don't know. Photoshop. That's Photoshop for you guys. So yeah, Puppet Warp is fantastic. It allows you to just do the weirdest things. Like this here, which is just a copy paste of this. Now looks hopefully different enough that it doesn't matter. Exactly. It's all about working hard. Smart, not hard. I'd apply that to any job. Okay, I'm kind of messing with things here. And let's see if I can do a nice puppet warp. Now this is gonna look messy as hell, but that's fun. I'll lurk for a bit. Okay. Thanks for the raid again, by the way. That was really nice. Okay, we've got quite a few now. I'm thinking... So obviously this is looking too flat, in my opinion. There's not a lot of three-dimensional, there's not a lot of volume to it, if that makes sense. And I would like it to have some more... Yeah, exactly, some more volume there. So... Let's see. But now there's a ton of layers Just a big ol' mess. Okay, sorry. I'll see you later. Okay, so how about we put this behind, somewhere over here, and then we just darken it quite a bit. Yeah, I like that. I like that. We'll do this for a few of them. Okay, I like this one. So I'm just trying to pile up layers upon layers, and hopefully that'll give us some feeling of volume. I don't know which side to use there. I'm using bigger ones here too, just to cover more space, I guess. Oh. Trying to find a good placement for this. I still wanted to extend outside, if that makes sense. Okay, so I'm gonna make it generally darker. Gonna give it a tiny bit more saturation, and I'm gonna create a soft light layer. Be not afraid in the shape of the form of a moose, basically. It's a big old biblical angel style moose, which is always a fun sight to see. Okay, Alana, you have a good night, and thank you. Thanks for all the puns. Okay, let's see how we're going, like, vis-a-vis description. So, I think this fits the description. Like, its most significant feature were the antlers. They were absolutely huge, stretching to the treetops and beyond, twisting and turning, with more segments of antlers growing out of them. You couldn't see where they ended, and they took a lot of space in the treetops. So I think this works within the description quite well. I still want to cover more space. Obviously, as we go outside, as we go in this direction, the flash is not going to cover it, so it's going to become dimmer and dimmer until at this point, the difference between, as we can see with the trees, the difference between the antler and the background will be minimal, if any. So the detail here, I don't mind as much. I don't think it's that important. We can kind of repeat details since it's just going to be so dim that it's not too important, not too noticeable. I actually think we can take like maybe a little group of layers and copy that whole thing at once. That makes sense. Like maybe we take these three. No, not this one. I guess they're a bit out of order. Oh, wrong key. Okay, so I just took this whole area. We're gonna flip it. We're gonna put it like this and let it stretch. Right, so that covers a... Whoa, something disappeared. Okay, what? Delete puppet warp? There we go. I guess I edited it and puppet warp just got all sorts of messed up. Which is fine. Just want him to stretch over to the corner, if possible. And now I kind of want to fit this space with a bit more antler. I'm thinking I can take this. So I'm just gonna start color coding them because it's gonna be a mess if I don't. So this will be the red team here. I think that covers all the red team. So I can just pick them individually from the crowd. And just do a little bit of this, if it doesn't break anything. Didn't. Thank God. Oh, there we go. Just let me move it. No sudden movements. Okay, how about that? How are we feeling about this whole mess of antlers? The idea would be to repeat it on the other side. Maybe I'll get rid of this one though. For clarity. Hey agent, sorry I'm late. Oh my god. Imagine having to be sorry about that. You were just in time. Right on cue. Made in a moose creature. But now we're just creating its like ungodly antlers. And once that's done, we'll start working on the whole lighting. So it's gonna be fun. Not too long until then, I think. Okay, gotta pick everything here. And just call it left antler. So just for, I guess for reference, if we copy this and we flip it to the other side, this would just be the mirror image, which is not what we're gonna go for, but that way you guys get an... It's pretty cool as a mirror image as well, to be honest, but... Like, we can start with it as base. And just start moving things around from here, perhaps. Just lots of antlers today. Don't you guys worry. Exploding Gizrin? Thank you for the follow. Okay, let's see, let's start picking this apart. Hey, bastard. So we are gonna... Oh, we got a lot of messed up... Yeah, we got a lot of messed up antlers from the... from the puppet warps. Yep. This one's been puppet warped. And this one's been puppet warped. I'm just gonna delete those. For space, because I'm not gonna use them. Let's see. Which other ones were completely annihilated? This one. Delete. There we go. Yeet. This one. There we go. I got a big ol' mess to kind of hopefully put into a certain shape. See if it works. Okay, so I'm gonna pick this boy here. I'm gonna flip it. I'm gonna make it our main plate, if that makes sense. Just gonna pull it here and put our center here. And just enlarge. Okay, then this one is gonna start connecting them from there. So I'm using the same set of antlers for both sides, but hopefully they're gonna be different enough that it won't be too noticeable. I'm just copying and pasting the same thing over and over and over. The lazy way. Okay, I'll pick this one. This one I'm just gonna destroy. I don't like it. Goodbye. Okay, so this would be the background. The background kind of is leftover antlers to just fill up some space. So they're not too important. They're just out there. So let me put this one's here. And I think they'll need a little bit of a puppet warp. Just kind of fit into some shape. I don't know if this one is the best for that. Okay, perhaps. all the way below there. There we go. The problem with this antler is that it's very flat, and I want to go for curves all around, so. I'm going to make this one a bit thinner as well. Let's see if that can work. Whoa, there we go. Also, what's your guys' favorite SCP? I could use some reading material. And since we're doing SCPs, you guys have a favorite one? I think my favorite genre of SCP is just cursed media. I think those are always fun little stories. They're self-contained, not too high stakes usually, just fun little objects. It's nice. I like cursed media. I think one of my favorite ones is a videotape of a basketball game in which every time you play the tape, the people in the tape are more and more aware that they're trapped and reliving the same moment all the time. So they do futile attempts of escaping, and so it's like kind of sad, and it's honestly a fun story. I like it a lot. Kadia and Vikander. Oh god, I'm not going to remember that. Oh, can you put it on the? Oh, you can DM it to me, or put it on the Discord, on the Inspiration channel, on the Hall of Muses channel, for example, or just DM it. But yeah, the basketball game it's probably one of my favorites. But I honestly should read more of them, since now I guess I'm officially an SCP guy. Don't tell this to anyone. It's a lie, Sander. But yeah, since I'm doing so much art for SCP lately, I guess I should read more of them. Also, I'm probably gonna do a cursed media type SCP at some point, which I'm not gonna reveal yet. But I have an idea. I have one discrete idea. So maybe someday, whenever I get time to write it and of course make the whole media part of it, which is the fun part, honestly. I'm not good at writing on its own, or at least not too comfortable with it. But I can make a picture. I can make a picture, so. I should also, before I write it, I should try and find out if it's been done before, because I don't want to step on anyone's toes, and it's a very large website with a ton of little things, a ton of stories, so I don't want to work on my own for a long time and then just realize it's been done before. That would be a bummer. Hold on, just gonna undo the transforms. There we go. I don't know where to put this. Okay, I'll repeat this one. But yeah, if I make an SCP, it'll probably be this kind of self-contained, no lore to it, just a fun little story with picture attached or some other type of medium. And, you know, a bit more like old school SCPs, which not so common anymore, which are less, I guess, right now, nowadays, I may be wrong about this because I haven't read that many, so I'm not expert, but they're way more writing and less focused on the visual part of it, while at the beginning it was just, oh, look at this creepy picture I found, here's some lore around it. So, like, literally that's just going back to the roots in a way, but instead of just swiping pictures from the internet with all the copyright concerns that brings you, just make one of my own. Would be a good combo, I think. I don't know. Just musing about it. Okay, we're slowly getting there, I think. Okay, I want to retake this one. Oh, what if we make it look like this? That would be fun. Hold on, let me put this one on top. How about that? Little loop of bone there. I guess that's not bone. It's kind of freaky to think about that this and antlers are literally the same thing as your hair. Molecularly. Like, these are very long modified hairs, if you think about it. Okay, thanks, good day. Appreciate you. Yes, I like the loop. No loop-de-loop. Don't know if that's a word. Okay. Have to just blow this up, make it very large, and hopefully use different little bits of it. Let's see. Little puppet warp for you. See, at some point, after enough time streaming, my language just breaks down. I just stopped knowing how to pronounce anything. You will see it happen. I haven't been streaming for that long. I'm just talking out of my ass at this point. Hey, welcome back, Sora. Couple hours, yeah. I guess I started late, so I guess that's why it feels like I've been streaming for longer. Then again, I've been starting late in the past 3 or 4 weeks at this point, and there's a reason for that. I'm usually like so busy on Sundays because it's my only free day, so I try to do everything. I try to see my friends and spend time with my family, see my girlfriend, like try to do a bit of everything, and yeah, then I just get home and it's pretty much midnight and I still have to get some dinner and start the stream, so that's why I start late. But hey, as long as we get to it. Oh, I'm sad Dune hasn't been able to make it. I'd love to see a reaction to this. But they'll be able to see the VOD. You have time to hear butcher English. Yeah, I guess so. It's not butchering English hours yet. Also, thank you. I'm enjoying making this freaky antler structure. It's as I predicted. Not the easiest thing in the world. Kind of challenging. Lots of little things to take care of, but honestly, it's fun. It's, you know, I like a challenge. If you've seen me before, you know I like to take on things I have no idea how to make and just sort of figure it out. It's the most fun part of Photoshop, in my opinion. It's making things up as you go along. I mean, I guess that could be said for any type of art. Specifically my medium, though. Online shops can be a whole thing. My whole thing, why the fuck do you have a separate section of backpacks and bags for men? Because men are very insecure and they don't want to shop in a place that feels girly. I don't mean all of them, but I mean, there's this sort of societal idea of that. It's an online shop. I know, but people don't want to be challenged. It's not like they don't want to be seen doing it. They don't want to challenge their own perception of themselves. It's not being the machoist of macho men. And again, that's something that's changing for the better, I hope. It does seem to be changing for the better. What? This layer is so messed up. What happened to it? I guess it doesn't matter much here, because I'm not seeing it, but... What? Okay, I'll just delete it. No sense fighting it. I'm gonna take this. Gross and gross and yucky. Exactly. It's like 5-year-old mentality, but people have that. Okay, I like this. And I've already baked in some of the shadows I'm going to be doing. Like over here, you can say it's darker. I'm going to be adding to it, but I also want to layer that on into other areas. So I'm gonna put this below. And I want to add some of that. There we go, some of that depth. And the lights and shadows. And I also want to do the same thing I did here. I just want to copy this and put it on the other antler. Just gonna copy it here and go below. There we go. Remember schoolboys and men in their 30s, yeah, exactly. I really like this big himbo character you guys are creating in chat. Okay, I think we're done with the antlers. I mean, we've covered pretty much everything. We could go lower here, but honestly at this point, I think we're pretty much good on that. But let's see, we gotta work on the lighting now. Now I'm gonna work with the whole antler structures as if there were one there. I think that's probably for the better. It's gonna be a mess if I don't. So it's just gonna be left antler, and I guess left antler copy is the right antler, yeah. And then we got the face, head, and the body. See, I name my layers sometimes. It's exceptional, but I do. I love that t-shirt. An idea for a t-shirt. Okay, let me clip my layers. There we go. Come on, it's not that hard. What? Oh, Photoshop is having a time, I guess. I'm saving, by the way. Don't fret. Don't worry. I don't think I know them. What's one topics? Note it down here. One topic at a time, okay. There you go. I'll check him out later. Thanks for the recommendation. Oh god. Some subreddits are really the worst things. Yeah, I think Photoshop is having a day with all these antler layers. It's honestly, I understand Photoshop on this one. It's not a very large document either. It's 1.29 gigabytes, which is usually go over 5. Not always, but I tend to go over 5 gigabytes. So I guess it's because of all the smart layers. Smart objects, I mean. So I'll do a little bit of cleanup, I think. I'll just unsmart some of the objects. I'll just dumb them down. What? No. This is a custom shortcut, by the way. That I have for make smart object and rasterize smart object. It just helps. The most bisexual straight person. I stan. Okay. Hopefully after this it should be much lighter to handle. Photoshop shouldn't have such a hard time. Problem is, I won't be able to edit things too much. So, yeah, that's annoying, but, you know. It should help still. Hey Matt, hope you're doing well. So you can see we're creating a huge moose creature, which is going to be an SCP, hopefully. I'm not writing the SCP, by the way. It's just an author that commissioned me. Our purple hood is queer. We should wear mine more. The bar is so low. I guess what I'm trying to replicate here, just to show you. This is the original picture, right? So I'm trying to replicate that lighting and try to figure out how the flash would work in this situation. Like, how much of the moose would it light up? Like, probably the body. The whole body would be, there it is, the whole body would be pretty lit up to the face, and then kind of darken from this side, and this probably quite lit up, but then just goes dark as you go up. Yeah, that's probably the way to go. I didn't know colorful clothes would be something to clock pickle with. That's new knowledge, Jimmy. I learn a lot with you guys. Neutral colored clothes. It's a true non-binary way. Taking no side in the conflict. Patterned shorts and a unicorn shirt. That I can vibe with. Hold on, maybe I can pull out a little bit of brightness from the body. Maybe not so much. Hold on, I'll do a different version of the body that's like lit up. So the problem is the lighting is not exactly right compared to what I'm looking for. But yeah, we still gotta try. So I'm basically using this copy of the layer as the brightness setting, if that makes sense. I can apply it wherever the light hits. Wherever I think the light should hit, at least. Got that drop. I like that. So judging from the floor here, this whole area would be pretty lit. In the literal way. And then we gotta paint some shadows. Like around the corners, or where things are slightly behind the legs, for example. That kind of stuff. Also, I'm considering the colors here, and it's supposed to be black, like all black, so I'm trying to see if any of these would help. 0 here. I'll just do that. I'll just do the same thing for the face, and there's a part that I'm just not gonna be able to recover, this whole area. We're just gonna have to live with that, I think. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Oh, I also realized this whole area is kind of messed up. There we go. I guess I could, I could pick some parts from here and clone stamp them so I can fill this layer in. What is this giant lad's name? I wish I knew. I don't think there's a name for it yet. It was a creature from a dream. I guess it'll be SCP whatever 1000. 6000 or something. I don't know if they'll give it a name. But we can give it a name for ourselves. There's one we will know. It is so wholesome, just very. Okay, what should we name this? Hell beast. Cute hell beast. Bullwinkle? I like it. It has a cryptid sort of name. It's like... Today at 9. The history of the American bullwinkle. Does it really exist? Oh, that sounds dope, just very. That sucks we couldn't find any sizes. Is it like a limited thing? Maybe you can wait for them to restock. Trying to create small shadows around the corners. Things that would make a bit of shadow to the, like maybe the arm here to the leg here to the body beneath it, behind it. Okay, we're getting there. We get in there. Okay, also about the antlers, I want to do a bit of color correction. That'll be important, because we have a lot of disparate colors that just kind of clash. So I just want to choose one and kind of apply it all over, not like with a bucket or anything. I just want to apply it haphazardly, so we can still keep some of the original colors, but we'll have like one connecting color. That makes sense. I think that could work. It will help pull everything together. I'll tell them to make one for you, especially. You deserve it. And expand clothing choices. That's good. That's always good. We do love to hear that. I have a fairly limited wardrobe. I guess on streams you don't really see how I dress because I'm dressing like whatever I wear at home. I don't really dress up for streams, but I'm usually like a big shirt guy, like I just like classy dress shirts and stuff. I think they're fun. Just vibe with them. Ooh, look what I just found here. You guys see this line? I don't know if it's visible on stream. It is coming from somewhere. There we go. I found it. In some rogue layer. Shake my head. There we go. Make you run or else. Exactly. Don't say what the else is, because you will get in trouble. Why does that not work? Oh, okay. I'm stupid. This little bit of antler is actually on the other group. Which now makes a lot of sense. There we go. I was trying to add color to it and stuff, and I was like, why is that not working at all? So annoying. It's fixed now. The line derogatory. Exactly. Only hate for that line. Nothing but contempt. Did I do overlay or soft light? Gotcha. So just a lot of painting over here, nothing major. Just kind of trying to brighten up the area that would be like all covered by the flash. Remember to save. Thank you. You guys are literally lifesavers. I don't mean that as a joke. I mean, I literally lost hours of work the other day because I'm terrible at remembering to save. And my computer was an asshole, but usually the computer saves backups every 10 minutes. In this case, you just didn't want to. Not the computer, Photoshop specifically. It just refused to do backups because I just didn't feel like it. So when my computer did crash, lost it all. That was my Joker moment. I keep trying to paint on the other antler, which doesn't make sense because each antler has a separate group of layers. So I'm just a dummy, as usual. Okay, another thing I want to do is create a bunch of shadows in between the antlers. So every part that clips, as it says a flash photo, every time there's an object in front of each other, they will create a strong shadow on the edge around it, right? So that's the idea. We're going to start with left antler. We're going to create one that's, damn it, shadow. And we're going to try to find little places where we can add these shadows, because those should hopefully help a lot with the realism of the scene and the lighting. Just blend everything together, hopefully. And I could be doing this in between the layers. I'm just gonna go in between every layer and add this, but such a hassle. I'm just trying to fit it to the, like, on top of everything. It should do well enough. So yeah, this is just a bunch of painting. There's no way around it. Sometimes you can't escape the painting. As much as you go into photo manipulation. I got a question for you guys. So, is there something you hate so much or you're so bad at that it completely determined your life in some way? For example, I'm terrible at math. I'm like dreadfully bad at math. But I love science. And that is one of the main reasons I got into biological sciences. Because there's not as much math. And the math is easier, more approachable. Or like, for example, I really like art. I'm terrible at drawing. I mean, I'm not terrible, but I just don't advance. So, photo manipulation. There you go. That is my backstory. I'm wondering if I'm just a very risk-averse person, or if everybody does that in some way. So these are all the shadows I'm painting. You can see it helps add distinction between all the layers of horn in there. Is an antler a horn, by the way? Would you call it a horn? I guess it technically is, right? I get the same thing biologically. This feels weird calling it a horn. Cassadia or Cassadia. Thank you for that follow. Hope you're enjoying our very horny guy. Talking about horns. Oh yeah. I'm glad you found a thing that clicked. That's hard. It's hard to find. By the way, good day. Just realized something. Hold on. A sec. There you go. Try writing something now. See if it worked. Oh, antlers aren't made of the fingernail stuff. I don't know. I think it is like. I don't know. Now I'm wondering. I don't think it's like straight up bone. don't think it's the same thing. I think it's the same stuff as horn. But now you're making me wonder. But yeah, I'm thinking, should there be some of these treetops? Do they go above our guy? Like in front of, sorry. I don't know where they are exactly. I guess both would sort of make sense. This sort of there. No, I guess our moose is in front. I'm no hornologist. Hey, there it is. That little VIP thing. Figured I had a few, like quite a few to give still, so. I always forget to give them out. Because they keep giving me more at some point too. Like I got 30 and I only have 13 covered. So yeah, I'm giving out VIPs today. All diamonds for everybody. Okay, I think those shadows work pretty well. On the left antler. So let's try to repeat that on the right antler. This part is kind of messy. I think a good name we could give it is a horny beast. Please don't tell Dune who commissioned this. Don't tell Dune we're calling their cool creature horny beasts. It's not a lie, but you know. Lots of intersections here. Big ol' mess. I mean, I got myself into this mess, so. American Midwest horny beast. Exactly. I'm imagining a nature documentary with David Attenborough, or however you pronounce that. Just narrating. The American horny beast. You know, one day, if I ever get, like, that would be my greatest achievement in life, is to get a British narrator with just the most British accent narrating one of my creatures. I could just die after that. knowing when I've achieved my purpose. A neat thing next to your name. Yeah, you do. A little VIP badge. Should give it out to some more people. I got enough of them. They give them to you, and like there's some milestone kind of achievement thingies that they put in Discord, and they give it to you once you achieve them. So sometimes they just pop up with, oh, you just beat this and you got VIP badges, and I don't know what to do with them. Or I mean, I do know what to do with them, I just forget to, which is the most pressing problem. Okay. Okay, now we need to make the shadow of the horny beast itself, which I guess is now its official name. There's no going back on that. Make a little bit of a shadow below here, behind the body. A bit here. This one's already covered. Trying to make plausible shadows. Okay, and then below the body. Sir Adam Bordeaux's commissions on his Twitter. I'd love that. I'll just take any British person with a nice voice. If they have Sir on their names, that's a plus always. But it's not a necessity. Okay. A little bit of shadow, like, right behind them from the flash. This is kind of weird. Hold on. We're doing a left antler, color. There we go. It's got that weird green thing there. Now, I guess there's the leaf shadows. I want to make them each on a different place. And so I guess we're doing very okay, body shadows. The thing with flash photography is you basically need to sort of do one single shadow that hugs the edges of your subject. It seems simple, but it's a bit tricky to pull off a good flash imitation. Oh. Well, that will not work. That will simply not work. Good day. Shadows to British people with non-posh accents, though. Appreciate you. The British. How are you doing, Nathan? You can see we're doing a great horny beast. It's its official name, by the way. And we're trying to imitate the flash photography style. which is sort of tricky. It's a very specific type of lighting that I don't practice too much. I don't know, I don't do too many flash things. I guess because you want like your creatures to be standing in the dark, right? So a big flash, it can kind of ruin the thing. But honestly, it can also be a great vibe. I'm literally just painting with a brush here. I'm not doing any fancy tricks. Just big ol' brush. Great big horny beasts, exactly. I have to execute him. No! Please. Spare him. Also, the direction of the shadows is a bit tricky as well sometimes. Like, sometimes if it's close enough, if the object is close enough, it'll do shadows to both sides. Like you can see here a little bit. If it's far away enough, it'll tend to do one side and the side that's further away from the camera. In this case, I'm thinking it'll probably just do one side, and it'll probably be like very tight here because it's near the middle of the image. It's where the flash is coming from, like straight up. So I don't know. I'm making this up. I'm literally making this up. Just intuition of how flash photography works and trying to match that intuition. Like, if you ever get the feeling while watching my streams that I know what the hell I'm talking about, nope. I am literally just guessing. A lot of it is intuition. Us, the viewer, are the flash. You are. You're also bright. I don't know if I should add more. It's such a simple lighting, but oh, it's a sign here. And the further away the object you're casting the shadow onto, the softer the shadow and the further away from the object. What I usually go for, at least. Yeah, flash photography can be tricky and weird. And I'm wondering if I should do just very simple. And though it's maybe not the most realistic. You know how you take a picture sometimes of something at night with a flash? And there's no shadows, so it just looks photoshopped. It looks like someone photoshopped it onto your picture, and you know it's real. You know, when you just know the picture is real, you will give that the benefit of the doubt, and you'll say, oh, it's just funny, it just kind of looks like Photoshop. When it is actually Photoshop, even if you're realistic about it, it'll look fake. So it's a weird, I don't know, weird thing where I'm specifically going against the reality in a way to make it look less Photoshop because reality looks Photoshopped. Does that make any sense? Whenever I take a photo at night, it's grainy and ass. Oh, it's about to be grainy and ass, don't worry. The grainy ass comes at the end. How convenient for me. You know, it's fun when in real life things look photoshopped. it happens to me sometimes. I see a real picture and I notice a weird edge. I'm like, this is photoshopped. I know it's real. I got terminal Photoshop brain rot. Pray for me. We've done any creepy long exposure pictures. Oh, actually I was messing around with long exposure pictures just for fun the other day, because I was out in the woods at night with my sister and we were doing creepy pictures for an upcoming edit. We're doing for Q's projects. I don't know if you're in it, Nathan. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun one. But yeah, I went out to take real pictures because that's not the kind of thing I could get on the internet. I needed a specific thing for this story. And yeah, it was like pure night in the woods. It was creepy as hell. I loved it. And I was taking long exposure pictures, trying to catch the stars. With no tripod, it was fun. It was grainy ass for the great horny beast. Praise be. Oh. Yeah, so the idea I have for that, I don't want to spoil too much because I don't know how much we can say about it, but the character I'm gonna go with is Slenderman, and I'm gonna make a kind of original story. I'm gonna make my own take on it because it's such a malleable character, if that makes sense. I don't want to go for the movie take or anything, it's just kind of boring. I've wanted to do a Slenderman thing for a while, so it's just an excuse at this point. Oh shit, we're missing an important part of the description they gave me. So, hold on, let me go to the chat. Okay. By the way, I'm gonna read the whole description since I read it at the beginning of the stream and now it's all new people, so... This is, by the way, this is a commission for an upcoming SCP article. It is based on a dream the author had, and they're giving me a bit of a description of that creature they saw in the dream. So, the dream itself involved me driving through a back road, surrounded by trees at night, before encountering a horrifying moose-like creature. Its fur was black, eyes a deep yellow, the legs were incredibly skinny and gave the creature some major height, a lot taller than a regular moose. Its neck was just slightly longer than a regular moose, but its most significant feature were its antlers. They were absolutely huge, stretching to the treetops and beyond, twisting and turning with most segments of antlers coming out of them. You couldn't see where they ended, and they took up a lot of space in the treetops. Obviously we can't go like very high up, because we're limited by the picture we have, but I tried to cover as much space as possible with the antlers and kind of go out of the frame, which should hopefully imply that there's just more. I think you should use a movie poster as a base photo. Just commit copyright infringement for all the world to see. SCP bad, but Slenderman good? I mean, okay, not like Slenderman as a whole is kind of tacky and there's a lot of bad stuff with Slenderman and just kind of But the original Slenderman pictures are a huge inspiration of mine, so I'll have no slander of those. The original pictures are very good, and it's literally the thing I do. It's like a couple creepy pictures, a story around them, no other context, can leave it in mystery. It's great. It is like a literal inspiration. So I've just wanted to pay homage. Slenderman. I hate you. That was good. Okay, so all this, I read the whole thing just to say that yes, deep yellow eyes is one of the features. So that is something we're gonna play with, and we got a fun thing here, which is deep yellow signs, reflective signs, and we're gonna do deep yellow reflecting eyes. So I think we can maybe take something from that. I wanna see if the other pictures have other reflecting It's just this little thing. Now we'll just take from the picture we're using. I'll just do a copy. And oh, it's fun just with the antlers as well. I like that. I was thinking when removing the shadows, it will look a bit more like this. So honestly, I'll just pick a color from here instead of doing weird things. And oh, I'm realizing there's a bad edge here as well, now that I get close. Slender got me into horror. I was a fan before, but yeah, I mean, I think most of us were teens or preteens when the whole Slender Man craze is going on, and it was fun. It was the whole era of creepypasta in general, I think. Slenderman was part of it. Like original SCP, also like old school SCP was part of it. Lots of like Russian sleep experiment. Does anyone remember that? It was a very good premise that completely went off the rails and turned like into honestly like pretty terrible horror at the end. It was like it just turned into superhuman things. It was weird. But the concept was good. Like that whole sleepless experiment. That was fun. You haven't read it? It's okay. It's a fun little creepypasta. It's not more than that. It's a fun concept that, with honestly like amateurish writing, that doesn't take it all the way there. It just turns into a weird power trip at the end, and I don't know. I just remember it turning kind of bad at the end. It's been a while since I read it. Still, like, fun little thing. Just take it as its own thing. Yeah, you can give it a read. I think it's pretty short. It's like OG creepypastas, so even if it's just for that, just for the history, it could be fun. Okay, I'm also gonna do an overlay layer. I'm just gonna increase that shine. And we can just increase that after the fact as well, so after we've flattened everything into a single layer, added all our grainy ass noise and all that, we can add a little bit more glow there at the end. Usually looks better when you do it like that. These the Exorcist girl screaming at you when you try. God, what a classic. The classic jump scare. Or that one game that's like a really tricky puzzle where you gotta be really precise where the cursor, so the cursor doesn't touch the edges. And you kind of, to solve it, you gotta get your eyes very close to the screen to be very precise. And when you're nearly reaching the end, it just does a jump scare on you. That was another classic. I remember showing it to my friends to freak them out. It's like, oh, you gotta play this game, it's so hard, and nobody's ever beat it. That kind of intro and get people hooked on it. Oh, No Sleep. I've read some of the stories. I've never listened to the podcast though. It's been a while though. God, I haven't read Reddit in such a long time. Okay, I'm happy with this face. Oh yeah, there's a very well-known podcast that does, well, not very well known, at least in this little circle of the internet, that does narrations of these stories. Your favorite SCP? Which one? Okay, so I just made everything into a single layer. I don't know if I'm done with whatever's below it, but I want to try out the look. I want to see how it looks when I mess with the lighting, mess with the colors, do a little bit of that. So I want to up the exposure because, you know, flash photography. It's fun. It's you know, we tend to hide our creatures in the dark, but overexposing something and making it very bright is also creepy as hell. Because it also hides it in a way, like you can't distinguish, you start losing details in the shapes and you just see a blob. It's similar to hiding in the darkness. It just, people don't do it a lot. So I do vignettes and just choosing like where it's gonna go. Then a bit of color grading. I don't know if this would do well with color grading actually. Maybe blue for the shadows, that's always nice. It goes for that night feeling. And some deep yellows for the highlights. You kind of go with the eyes, for example. Yeah, I agree. Overexposing is a whole lot of fun. I think one of my favorite things in this type I've done is the Mr. Bag, the Trevor Henderson creature. The fan art I did a few months ago. In April. This one. Because I went for that whole bloom feel. And Nathan, you were there. I remember you being on that stream. And just kind of hide it in plain sight, but hide it in the light in a way. It's fun. I should do more like that. Okay. Then of course it's a night picture. Night pictures are usually grainy because they try to cap like a camera and at night. Usually, oh, that's a bit too grainy. I don't know how much to go there. It just a digital camera at night just tries to like increase the sensitivity of the sensor a lot, and that just increases the grain a lot as well. Bessay, however that is. Thank you for the follow. grainy ass. Of course. And big grain too. Like this slider here, this size slider, is one of my favorite sliders in Photoshop. Just check out how much it changes the image. Like, we just got a lot of grain. I put it like it's a bit high maybe, but you can see the effect better that way. Look at how much changing the size and the roughness a bit as well. Just changes the vibe. The quality as well, like it lowered the quality a lot, but when we're working with horror, it's fun to work at low qualities. Lo-fi is fun. Grainy ass horny beasts. Please don't clip this. It does hide the Photoshop, which is amazing. I love hiding my Photoshop. Nothing better than that. Also, like, whenever you got justification for doing it, like, it's an old picture, it's a dark picture, like a night picture, go for it, increase that grain. Go all in. So for the color mixer here, I don't know if... Yeah, there's not a lot of reds or oranges. I don't even know if it captures this in any color. Yeah, it's probably not red. It has a little bit of red, but... It's basically just the greens and some blues and a couple yellows. But what we can do is just pump up those yellows a lot, because we got a lot of yellow little elements, like the street signs, lines, and the eyes. And just making those very, like, come out, like, pop out a lot. It's fun, I don't know. It just increases the focal points of the image. It just brings us to the eyes a bit better, I think. So yeah, that's a whole different vibe, right? Before and after. I love doing that. you did clip it. You traitor. Okay, and as I mentioned before, let's give it a try and add some yellow. I think I picked it from here. Add some yellow here on top. That's overlay. We can do soft light as well. I'm gonna do color. I'm gonna pick some blue from over here. I'm gonna put it on the road. This might not make a lot of sense. It probably doesn't. It probably doesn't change shit, but I'm gonna give it a try. My idea here is removing all the yellow from the road, like all the yellow tones from the road itself, and hopefully just leave the yellows in the lines and the signs. So it's kind of creating this composition where it's all pointing at him. There's literal signs and lines just pointing at it. Just for fun. You know, with creepy stuff you don't usually get the chance to do like fun things with composition. If you're trying to make it look realistic, that is, like, oh, it is just a regular picture. So, I get the chance. You little rascal, good day. The background picture looks almost identical. I can tell you it's not plagiarism, because this was literally sent to me by the by the one who commissioned me. I mean, I know you're not accusing me of that. I guess it's a nondescript road. Probably somewhere in the Midwestern US. Like the Joker in real life. Joker's trick. Oh god, what's this this Joker manga that someone did? In which there's the literal line, the Joker saying, "Joker chance." It's very, very funny. Let me see if I can find it. Here it is, here it is, here it is. Hold on. Browser. I love this page. Here. Oh, hold on. Oh, look who it is. I love this. Joker Chance. Probably one of my favorite panels in comic history. Anyway, how are we feeling about this overall? Like, keep in mind, this is an SCP, an image for an SCP article. Most likely it's going to be a small preview that you can probably click to zoom in. So it also has to work like a thumbnail, as a thumbnail in a way. I think it works that way. Just gives you this creepy feeling with huge antlers. I think it works quite well close up as well. We don't have to go super detailed because again, it's not going to be the kind of image you just zoom into and look around, all around it to see every little detail, every little reference I added. It's more about just going with the article and adding to it a little. You sent me the image, I could give you a preview. I think it's fun. I like to get the idea, right? We're probably good. Thank you though. Like, I mean, of course, I'll just ask Dune if that's the kind of thing that we're looking for. You know, the client always has the last word. Slenderman. Hold on, where should we put Slenderman? It's here in the back. The little tentacle arms. I'm just literally sitting there. And I guess it's doing slender. Just leave it there. Just make it real hard to see. Just a low opacity slender man. Oh, we should sign this. I always forget to sign this. I can't believe that. He was always there. Just didn't believe in him. Okay, where should we sign this? I guess this is the obvious part, right? See, I could sign my pieces way before and just include it into the composition. But I always leave it for the end for some reason and just patch it onto the image in a haphazard way. It's part of the charm, you guys. Where's the fun if you don't take twice as much just because you did it towards the end? He's there in our hearts. Pothole logo? Oh god, if I had some good pothole textures on there, that would be a nice one. Twigs as well, but that a bit too much of a mess. No, it's gotta be the sign. Well, I guess that whole composition thing about the sign pointing at it, we're kind of ruining that, but screw it. It looks kind of ugly with the clone stamps. Like, we can see some repeated textures all over, but we're gonna add a thing on top, so we're fine, I think. Okay, how should we do this? So I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna put it over here just so I can see where I'm painting. I'm just gonna pick like a vertical slice, like so. You can literally tag the sign. I mean, you... That's probably the better option. Yeah. Yeah, let's go with your thing. I think I got a pre-tagged version. No, not a pre-tagged version. Like a tag that I can add into this. Because I've done tag signatures a couple times. The last one, I think, was in Sora's, this thing, here, in the corner. We can go with that. Let me just open that. Virtual crime, exactly, like, we do a lot of things here. We do virtual hairdressing, virtual lumberjacking, virtual... I mean, we did some virtual... illegal trophy hunting before, because we removed a lot of antlers from deers. Sorry for that. And there we go. I think it's any spread here. Yeah, that should be it. Yeah, now we're doing digital tagging. A little bit of crime. Okay, where was this? Okay. Oh, there we go. So I'm gonna put this in green, I guess. I'm gonna invert it. There we go. This I'm gonna remove. I guess it's not very opaque. It should be fine. How am I supposed to turn? Local criminal causes crash by painting his name on top of everything. I am the local criminal. It's me. Okay, I'm gonna increase the opacity and honestly just multiply this a few times so I can Blind Dad does. Thank you for that, fellow. So how many followers are we? I noticed we were close to 1,000 not too long ago. We're so close to 1,000 followers on here. That is huge. Like, this is not like Twitter or 1,000 followers on Twitch is much bigger. We are 961, so that is pretty dope. I said the most base tag. It said crime. I love that. Oh, we have another Photoshop streamer here. Oh yeah, glad to see that. Very few of us doing composites or photo manipulation. It's always good to see another one. You could follow me if you wanna. That's fine. No pressure, okay? Oh, very nice. They started out doing this kind of thing. Something I'm doing. Love to see that. Yeah, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hide everything here. I'm gonna put our beautiful little tag below. And then I'm just gonna apply all the filters on top because it's just gonna be easier. You could also pick a nice color for this because like light blue maybe. We can do this with overlay perhaps, or color. No, that messed up some things. Oh, Photoshop. Really do me dirty sometimes. That's a heck of a moose. Yes, it is for a commission for an SCP, so it's this horror writing wiki. Yeah, that's gonna be a creature for one of their stories. And I'm just signing it here. Just trying to make it look like a tag that was done on the... There we go. Does that work? It kind of does. I'm not super sure about the colors, but... American Midwest grainy ass horny beast. Exactly. Also here too. Nice. Bit of a hard one to pronounce. Thankfully, they're rare enough that you don't have to pronounce it all the time. Oh yeah, that's dope. I'd like to publish some stuff in the nebulous future. I have this ongoing series about You know, big bugs, basically. It's like old school stuff with huge insects. Like, let me show you one. Stuff like this. So eventually, I think we're gonna try and publish it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see the format and stuff. It's kind of a weird one, so. I write solely about the American Midwest pretty as horny beast. Hold on, we should make like a little sign, the name. With Midwest gray me ass horny beast. Let's find a nice font for it. Oh, V. Let's see. Something classy, you know? Nice little drop shadow behind it. Beautiful. This will be the title screen of our documentary. Yeah, it's alright. Those grainy fonts you see on CCTV. Oh god. Hold on. CCTV font. I think I got one. I think it's pixel something. No? Oh, this. Yeah, VCR. That's good as well. Impact font. God. Okay, impact font. Let's see, do I have impact? Let's see. I think I may. Yeah, impact. And let me give it a stroke, and we're good. Hold on, huh? I gotta. Is it? Weird. Stroke is not showing. Oh, fill type? No. There's something weird with stroke. I can do drop shadow anyway. Or not, I guess. Oh, effects were hidden. I'm stupid. I was like, what am I doing? Now we just... There we go. That's more official, right? Oh yeah, sorry, don't worry. Take care of that first. Sorry for that. I mean, yeah, all my new edits will be like this. We'll just have meme text on top and below. You know, just adds a layer. A bit interesting. This is Wild's new style. Oh god. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. I don't know if I'll look back at it and see weird things. I'm flipping it because that sometimes helps. Wondering if I should do a little thing here. Just gonna do it in a in a separate layer. I guess it's already like not super straight of a picture. But I like to rotate them for that taken in a hurry effect. That can be fun sometimes. Kind of like you've taken it very quickly as you run away. That's the idea. You could do like a motion blur, but that would get rid of all our work. Make it so blurry we can't even see. Could legit hide creeps in memes. Yeah, that's fun. Could also hide memes in creeps. That's also good. The problem here with shadows, we've added shadows here, but they're it's a flash photo, so you're not really getting shadows except for little slivers right around. So it's not something we can really do unless we break the lighting in a completely different way. I dubbed the Ranoacinus americanus. That's fantastic, because Rano is grain. It's like a pimple in Spanish, so it's even better. Oh yeah, no worries. I was discussing this before, that there's a thing with flash photography and trying to fake it, that, you know, often when you take a flash photo, it kind of looks photoshopped, even though it's real, because it has no shadow. It looks like it has no shadow. So sometimes things can look photoshopped in real life when you take a picture with flash. So trying to fake that, you sometimes run into that same problem, but you don't want to run into that problem when you faked it, because, you know, it kind of, it's a weird paradox that sometimes the better you do it in this specific effect, the more photoshopped it looks. So it's kind of the balance of maybe you had to break that effect and make it look technically less realistic, but maybe less, to our brains, less Photoshop looking. That doesn't, I don't know if that makes sense, but it's how I try to rationalize it. It's weird. Could go Unreal, but it's supposed to be like found footage, like you're like, you know, last photography taken by someone who disappeared kind of deal. So I always try to err towards the side of realism. If that means like absence of shadows pretty much, yeah, sometimes it do gotta be like that. Grain ass American, yeah, basically. I was meaning if you overdo it, you can make it exactly. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I must have misread. Yeah, it's always the balance. Oh, I realized by making that I hid my signature, so I guess we're not going with. We're not going with the shaky version, shaky cam version. We're just going with the regular one. I don't know. I'll let the one who commissioned it decide that. Anyway, I think I'm pretty done with this. I'm gonna send it to him, and we'll see.